a squad, find your zone every day.
What's going on, you guys? It is I, Dollar Cost Crypto, here with it again. Perma Bull Extraordinaire, Captain Shoe, all the names, Rolex on, suit on. Let's get it, baby. What's up, man? Hey, Crypto Boogie with the $5 super chat, man. Thank you so much, homie, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. Let's see. Enterprise and Crypto. What is going on with my stuff? That is super weird. My comments aren't loading over here. That's weird. Yeah, Pepe Gang in the house. What's up, you guys? RIP Cell. We'll talk about that for sure today. Yo, Art, what's going on, boy? What's going on, dude? You didn't have to cut me off. Matt S. 50 basis points or 75 basis points tomorrow. It's looking like it's going to be 75. Honestly, at this point, man, to tell you the truth, I'd rather they did a full 1% increase and let's just fuck. If we're gonna slap this, if we're gonna fucking booty slap these cheeks and shit, let's do it. Let's slap this thing down, man. So we can really get some lower levels and actually start really DCAing in right now, man. That's what's up, man. Woo! The Black Gentleman Geek Shoes in the house. Yes, sir. Fist bump, man, for sure, man. What's going on? Long time, man. Yes, sir, man. Like that dog. Let's see. When bottom, sir. Actually, I think we're not that far off. We're under 3 months from the bottom. Pretty much, yeah. There's no way we're gonna be fucking perma dumping into the fucking midterms in November. No, it's not gonna happen. They'll do by hook or by crook. They'll try to stabilize the economy temporarily, which will give a reprieve to the market and stuff. So we could have the first short-term bottom really in the market, but in the next 3 months and stuff like that. So the bottom is going to be 2000. Oh my God, bro. Damn, son. You're not going to be in quarter three. What do you mean quarter three? Yeah, we're doing crypto. Yeah, we are doing Crypto Mindset quarter three. It's going to go on sale towards the end of next month. More than likely, it's going to be July 22nd will be that Friday, and then it'll be on sale until Tuesday. So 5 days. Kinetic Self. Time to learn. What's up, DCC? Hey, what's up, man? Today, man, I'm going to explain what's kind of going on as well as, answer a lot of questions. It's going to be a lot more AMA style today. I know a lot of people need that and stuff like that. And Being Gwei heard sales just sacked for PulseX. No, they didn't. And yeah, actually here, let's start with that, right? There's this whole thing right now in the Hex community, like, oh my God, Celsius sacrificed for PulseX. If they did, oh well. But if they did, but they didn't actually. And I retweeted this earlier, and it ended up being fake news, of course. But I retweeted an actual comment underneath that actual thing, which was from David Feeder. Shout out to David Feeder, OG, Hex, one of the Hex OGs and stuff like that. They didn't sack. Those are just spam transactions from a spammer. The coins are still in that wallet. That guy who made this video, well, I'm not going to say that part. But, well, and the guy since deleted the tweet and stuff. So tweet is deleted, all this stuff. All these people, yeah, it's so amazing how you easily fool people with an ENS name. Yep. 0 ETH send, not the best spam though. Still one that costs a few bucks of gas. So yeah. So it was a spam. They did not sack at all, you guys. So yikes. Shout out to them, Kevin. Shout out to Kevin Peterman for real. We'll probably do a stream at some point. I'll probably hit him up. I need. I'm actually planning to do a stream at some point again with Big Pep. I really, really enjoy having the stream with Big Pep. He's a great person to talk to, and I'm gonna start doing some more. I'm gonna start having some Hexagons on my channel. People have been hitting me up for a while, as well as I'm going on a couple of channels and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing the rounds. So heck yeah, man. But yeah, man. Actually, hey, just for few. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Woo! Sheesh, man, that song was fire, man. All right, I'm not going to dodge any questions, or hopefully not, unless the thing just went on me. So sorry if that happens. Drew, all right, what's up with the Kakashi, man? What's going on? Let's see. Hey, DCC. Would you recommend selling a part of our Hex bags right now? It looks like Hex is going to drop more. After the drop, you can buy back. You can do that with a portion of your bag. I mean, I did so as well. I did so at, I think I sold a little bit at 7 cents. I purchased, got that. It went above and then below. And then I was like, you know what? I think it's going to fall down. And it did. I am looking to repurchase. And we can get into more of the Hex discussion. But basically, I mean, if you're buying from here down, so let me just say, like, the absolute low I think Hex could hit. I don't think it could hit this lower level, but it's possible. Would be something like half a penny would be probably the bottom on Hex. And that pretty much is coming up in the next, 2 months. And then, so that's just such a huge opportunity, because I think a lot of people remember from my last stream, I had said that, if Hex ever hit a penny, we're talking about $10,000 per million. Well, at half a penny, we're talking about 5,000 per million Hex. So it's a chance to really pick up a really good liquid bag and actually be able to finally get yourself into a turtle, squid, maybe even a dolphin, possibly, depending if you're trying to make a sizable investment, and then anticipation for the snapshot. And then now you're double dolphin, double shark. Oh, well, shark would be sick. That's a lot of money, though. Still, even at a half a penny, but like double shark, double dolphin, double turtle, double squid, double fish, kombucha. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a cool, but it's just what I would never recommend doing with the full bag. That's just, you're really gambling, speculating. But like, hey, man, shit, I'm a betting man as well, man. Like 80-20 rule. You want to do 20% of that liquid bag. Try to see if you can buy in bigger, and then you're like, damn, that 20% just made me 60%. Why not? And it's also a good time to be like, I still have a lot of dry powder, and I'm waiting for this thing to hit a certain level to really start DCAing more. I'm getting really tempted at the 2 cent mark, but it's the sort of thing where like I have cash available up until like, I can just keep putting cash in until it goes to like, pretty low actually. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. So make sure to set your limit orders, and then, set limit orders on different platforms and stuff. And, you'll be able to catch some stuff. Yee! Sell ahead of the Fed announcement and stuff like, well, you should be drumming up your cash. I mean, if you were, and it's the sort of thing where like with the market's been dropping and stuff like that, you should have been accumulating some cash. I'm personally, it's always for me, the whole sort of thing where like, I've been telling my students for the last quarter that at least half of the money they're thinking about DCA should have just been left in cash and just DC slowly across these sort of things. So it's sort of like if you have like $100, you're keeping 50 in storage, and you're kind of allocating maybe like of that leftover $50, you're allocating something like 25 of those dollars, and then seeing if it goes lower. So you're kind of like you're spitballing DCAs a little bit, sort of like a little spitball, like little shots and stuff. You're doing these little shots, and actually that sounds pretty cool. Actually, you're doing these little DCA shots, right? You're like, oh shit, it's going lower. You keep shooting, keep shooting on the way down, and then once it's like, oh my god, it's in fire mode. You pull the pin off this shit and you just chuck it, and that's where you throw in the kitchen sink. But yeah, I do expect they're going to raise rates, and even if people, let's just say we get lucky and it's like a quarter, I doubt it, no way. But like, let's just say it's 50 basis points or something like that, or more than likely, I saw JP Morgan even talking about like 75 to a full 100 basis points. Like, holy shit! So if that does happen, we're going to get clapped, and basically we're looking at, I'm looking at about a 17,000. I mean, it'd be like we touch 17,000, and then like I think Richard's going to end up getting his 11th K, but not on not where everyone can be able to get it. It's going to be on some bullshit thing, like possibly like a Binance, where like it just wicked down to 11, maybe 10K, 8K on Binance, and you have to have capital allocated on Binance to even be able to do it and stuff like that. So if you set up limit orders maybe on a Binance and stuff, obviously don't keep all your cash there, and so be very careful. I mean, on centralized exchanges. And that's something me and Charlie have been warning, especially since the beginning of the year, because one thing that we've been doing is we've been prepping our guys to get ready for the PulseChain sacrifice phase, right? I mean, I'm not I apologize. The PulseChain launch phase. And, we're making sure that a lot of our students and stuff, and we managed to help a lot of people make sure not to have assets on Celsius and a bunch of the other places. And, to get their stuff in their wallets and their MetaMask. And I've been saying this for months now. And, it just is what it is, right? You can use centralized entities during like up times and stuff like that, because it's like less chance of that shit happening. But once there's a certain point where you're like, if the yield's it's like not really worth it, then it's you have to look for DeFi versions of the yield, and even those aren't completely safe. So it's just sort of thing you have to trust the entity. It's sort of like, you stake Hex trustlessly on a MetaMask or on a ledger or something like that, and then you get your 40% APY overall through your staking ladder, and then you're going to get that yield no matter what. Charles, what is it? Charles Warren, what's good, Miguel? You're looking thinner. Yes, sir. I'm down. I'm down bad. That's funny, actually. Weight's I guess one thing you can be down bad at. That's all right. But yeah, I'm down. What is it? I weighed myself. I'm 255 right now and dropping basically. Today I didn't work out. I feel kind of like shit. I didn't work out, but I didn't want to get sick either, so I decided just to kind of take the day off, so I wouldn't get like a fever or something. But hey, man, shout out, man. Hot Rollins, more red incoming. Yeah, for sure. Gado, looking fresh, DCC. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Que pasa? Yo, what's going on, dude? Let's see. Patrice Von Paris, salute. Hex fam, pray. Awesome. Yeah, man, salute. That's a pretty interesting little thumb, right? I mean, the little picture you have there. Yummy. What's going on? with the Dark Magician. I love that, dude. Shout out to all my people play Yu-Gi-Oh, man. I was a hardcore Yu-Gi-Oh player. Everything going to zero. Nah, well, some stuff. 95% of stuff, of course. But like, there's gonna be a lot more. I will say there's gonna be an extreme. Like, I would almost say it's a complete like force multiplier higher of many projects that survived. I mean, literally, I think Celsius was created in the bear market or something like that, or in the very tail end of the bull market. You had things like Chainlink, you had Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a couple other stuff that survived. It wasn't, I would say it was under like 25 things that really even did okay in the next cycle. This time around, we're probably looking at about maybe 100, 200 kind of projects that are going to like make it through. And I would say half of them are going to do okay. And then like 10, 20 of them are going to like really, really succeed. And obvious synthetics are going to survive. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Hex, PulseChain, PulseHex, these projects and stuff, and just a litany of other things and stuff. We've created like, maybe Nexus Mutual might survive. It's possible. It's through insurance systems and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things you can end up they're going to survive from this cycle that weren't here. A lot of the, I would say half of the L1s, not all of them, but half of them will survive. And you're going to have a lot of L1s that are going to die. But I mean, we built a lot of the infrastructure, like one of the big differences between this cycle versus last cycle was one of the big differences between this cycle and last cycle was, last cycle was a lot of fucking horse shit bullshit like vaporware, and this time around we actually did build a lot of infrastructure. You know, we got Polkadot, Cosmos, we've got a lot of stuff. You got Phantom, you got Hex, you got PulseChain, PulseX, you got all the litany of really cool, interesting L1s, and you got a lot of things that are trying to silo and talk to each other. You finally had things, even though they're failed experiments, you had Ohm and Time and stuff that created all these kind of interesting systems, and now everyone knows that those shits are kind of bullshit, but they taught a good lesson, and it was just tons of yield farming, you know, GameFi, you know, like Illuvium and stuff that's going to survive. I mean, a lot, like these sectors that like were just kind of like fairy dust in 2017 have now really starting to come to its own, and now are going to mature and become something even bigger. So that's I'm really excited. Oscar Respio, what do you see at Hex bombing at? Well, it's kind of a range, but basically I would say half a penny would be like the absolute bottom on it. But more than likely we'd hit like 1.3 cents, something like that. That would be the absolute low. I mean, the difference, I mean, like really, like, yeah, like here, I said this to my groups because like I'm actually, for anyone in the quarter, so we did a pretty big like group chat to all our guys in the quarter two courses. So we're actually going to do another call in for all the guys who took quarter one. So that'll be tomorrow, Wednesday. We'll announce a time and everything like that. So anyone who took quarter one, come on through, you guys. We're going to be talking to everybody in there, you know, making sure everyone's okay and double checking and everything. And then we actually got some heat for you guys too and stuff like that. But in terms of Hex bottoming out, yeah, basically half a penny would be pretty much my low point on the Hex price. It'll be, and that one's a really toss up because the psychological resistance at a penny is very powerful. I mean, honestly, I don't think it's good that Hex would go under a penny, but it's a sort of thing where like it would only go under half a penny and then just get bought up back to a penny pretty quickly. So limit orders, as well as if you're awake during that time when shit's going down, just like, you know, buy your stuff, because it gets really, really interesting. You know, you can really buy a significant amount of Hex for very little bit of money, and it's a sort of thing with like we have this trump card, right? I mean, like, let me pull this. Like, what's a stream without the Thanos gauntlet, right? So we have this trump card, right, which is the whole PulseChain ecosystem, and with this trump card here, shout out Trump 2024, but Trump, with this Trump card right here, that is the Thanos gauntlet, which is the Richard Hart ecosystem. We have the launch of PulseChain, which is a very powerful effect and can actually funnel a lot of cash into Hex for people to get in order to get PulseX and PHEX. And that snapshot is going to be a pretty big deal and stuff. And it's actually going to be pretty price positive, I'm guessing, for tokens like maybe Pulse Doge, Hedron, Maxi, and a couple other tokens, right? So those are kind of like the main other side tokens, and so those are going to be pretty price positive. So a lot of people are going to be speculating. So you could very easily see Hex get back into above 10 cents, maybe 8 cents and plus, right? So it's the sort of thing where you buy it from 3 cents down. I mean, basically you buy it from 3 down to like wherever it drops down to, and we shoot back up. You're in like a huge amount of X's. I mean, let's just say the worst case, Hex only pumps 8 cents, which I would be like, wow, that. I would be rarely like, that's pretty shitty, but like still like a decent pump. At least we're back at 8 cents. We're talking about like, let's just say you're 3 cents. That's almost 2.7x on your capital. You buy at 2 cents, you're at 4x on your capital. You buy at a penny, you're pretty much at an 8x. You buy at half a penny, you're at 16 times on your money. A little food for thought. Take this thing off. This thing is actually surprisingly heavy. Jesus Christ. Break my floor. It just goes. Let's see. Gibson's finest 4-year cycle bottom, January, October, by Bob Lucas. Yeah, I mean, we've pretty much been saying that the market's going to go up by quarter four. We'll be in a pretty good zone in quarter four. One thing I will say about, to tell you the truth, I try not to watch like Bob Lucas and a couple of those guys just because I don't want their method. Like, I want to come to certain my own conclusions, and then, you know, once I've really got them cemented, like now I watch the video if I wanted to, but I'm very careful of, like, you know, if you watch what they're doing, you can very much influence yourself, and like I try to come to my conclusions using my own what things that I'm looking at in the market and my market research, and then I really kind of like then put my money where my mouth is, because if I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is, then I know that I really do believe in it, and then from there I can then look across the board to see what everyone's saying, and then maybe like, oh, maybe I could adjust one little thing this way or that way. But I try to make the larger point of my thesis on my own terms before I go looking at like Bob Lucas or Plan B or any of these other major, and these, shout out to them. No disrespect, obviously, of course, but yeah. But one thing I was saying with quarter four is just basically, we got the midterms. The Fed's really not going to be able to play, like, it really won't be able to really mess with the equities market and the other terms in terms of the crypto market. So we'll be in a lot clearer skies. Money will probably hit the bottom already by then, and then we'll start kind of just going up from there. But I am giving you guys a warning. Somewhere between quarter 2 to 3, we're going to start getting some bullshit from Capitol Hill over like Bitcoin regulation. So right now they're talking like we need to over the Celsius things and oh my God, Luna and this and that, right? They're going to talk all this bullshit, but they won't do nothing because these motherfuckers, like if they drop some fucking anti-crypto shit, they will get less votes, and it's very possible. Like right now, it's so close right now. Like the Democrats might get completely swept by the Republicans, and rightfully so, man. These guys fucked up the economy. I mean, fuck all the all the social shit. Fuck all the social shit. If you just look on an economic statement, like, dude, we're like anyone. I mean, obviously, if you guys all rode the crypto wave with us, we made some money, and we did pretty good and everything like that. But for people who weren't in crypto or just didn't have a business that really popped off or didn't get on the internet and YouTube and stuff like that, people are down bad. Like down bad. And my heart goes out to everybody. I have family members that they're not on the internet, they're not on anything, they're working really hard and stuff like that. And I know how hard it is for them, and they're paying gas and stuff. Like my whole family's in construction, the construction industry and stuff like that. And like shit's getting crazy. Like materials getting expensive. It's a tough place. Like they're paying gas and stuff like that. They have to pay workers more and stuff like that, which is cutting into margins. But at the same time too, like if the workers don't get paid more, they're gonna they're not making it. You know what I mean? Which is totally understandable. But it's like, damn, dude, like, man, they royally fucked this shit up, man. Yeah, but if you watch, damn, actually, I didn't post this. Actually, I'm sorry. Well, I'll talk a little bit more about what's kind of going on in terms of like shipping and stuff like that. But how do I want to tackle this? All right, so okay, I'll just get into it. What the hell, man? Let me just I'll play a little song real quick, and I just need to get something to drink real quick, and I'll talk about it. All right, woo, that was a photo finish to come back. Yeah. Well, anyway, all right, so let's get into it. Okay, so basically, let me take this down real quick. But yep. But basically, what I pretty much was going on is that we've been basically in a kind of global competition with China for a very long time. And basically, we ended up doing this basically through the Trump administration. We started kind of rugging China. And you saw this at first with some of the corporations. You had Apple effectively start leaving China and moving their factories and Foxconn factories over to India. And by moving their factories over to India, you had someone like when a market leader like Apple starts doing stuff like that, you start going, That was like my first ever hint, like really big hint. We're like, oh, so something's up right now with this whole global order. And you had, Trump finally get kind of hard. I mean, finally somebody got like a little tough on China and shit because, what they're doing is a bunch of horse shit. And let's not even talk about all the bullshit, all the people that have to concentration camps and essentially organ harvesting them. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, man, like go look it up. It's pretty fucked. That's not cool. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like that should never happen to anybody. That's especially at a mass scale. That it's going on. We're talking about genocide. I don't care what religion they are, but yeah, it just is what it is, except unless they're hippies. Fuck them. But no. But anyway, so yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to get a little dark there, but that shit, a lot of people don't even know that, like it's fucked, super fucked. But okay, so what's going on right now is so you had that initial thing with Apple, and then you had Trump kind of getting hard on China. So what's been going on is that the United States has been slowly rugging, or the manufacturing infrastructure has been kind of leaving China and going into other places, mostly Mexico, India, and Malaysia, and a couple other places and stuff like that. And then you've had the more highbrow, like higher tech jobs sort of things start coming back to the United States. So you had more designer work and things that are like can be a lot of more high paid tech work start coming back to the States, which is good. Now, with that, you had quite a lot of kind of geopolitical sort of things happen. You obviously saw that China, one thing that, this is a big thing growing up. So anyone who, was a 90s baby or 80s, or even somebody that was born in very early 2000s may remember, if they were paying attention. I know they were pretty young probably, but there's this whole thing where like China has all these reserves. Oh my God, they have, $3 trillion in cash reserves. Oh my God, China's going to rule the world. They were saying the same shit about Japan back in the day. But oh my God, China this. Oh my God, China that. Oh my God, this, like that. Well, soon enough, we'll be making underwear. They'll be wearing that, that old story, right? And what's pretty much happened is they started doing something called the string of pearls, which is basically their expansionists. They started using a lot of those reserves to pay for expanding out all the way from China all the way to pretty much in a good part of Africa, and they've been giving loans out in RMB, and then but there's a big problem with that. Is like you can when people who don't have money, you give them some money like RMB, right, which is basically their currency, the yuan, right, and they're making loans, and they're like, hey, yeah, I'll give you, like, pretty much they're the only people loaning these people anything of money. So they're like, of course they're going to take it, but then they have really messed up things. If they end up not making profits on it, then they're allowed like certain things, right? So since you missed a bunch of payments, like African country, or maybe like somewhere in that chain, like from like, let's just say like above South Africa all the way on that coast, and then all the way to China, there's like all these kind of like Chinese ports, like they call them the pearls, right? And what they've done is like they've through essentially loans and everything for and set it up in terms that like it's the same thing the United States have done in like especially Latin America and parts of Africa as well, and so does every nation. And in fact, where they end up doing, they come to you, hey buddy, nation, what's going on? Like, you're actually really cool. How about this? How about let's build you a power plant? Yeah, dude, actually the power plant would be great and stuff like this. Look, this is look, we're gonna lend you this money. This is gonna be the interest rate, but look, your people are gonna have water, your people have electricity and stuff like that, and then we can help build a switch system. Like, yeah, the first initial things are good, but then like, let's build you a solar plant. Let's build you this. Let's build you that. How about this kind of a highway, or like this kind of a thing and stuff? Let's build some high speed rail. Let's build some, and then it starts going to the thing where like low risk, super well needed, high ROI investments, and then as time goes on, shittier and shittier investments. But then they get addicted. Then the people who in power and stuff in those countries get addicted to like getting that money to build stuff, because it's so important. Because it's like, hey, you guys, when I took over as president of I don't know, let's call it moon of the country of Moonlandia. Of Moonlandia and stuff like that. I gave you guys water, power, sewage. Now we're starting to get infrastructure for housing and stuff like that. Like, the country is transformed under my leadership, right? And then I decide to, and the next guy comes in and he has to compete with that sort of stuff. So he has to keep things improving. Well, they get more and more into debt, but they're getting into debt in a currency that's not theirs, which is the dollar for the most part. Right now, the Chinese are doing that in the other game, right? Usually the United States, well, hey, let us have a military base, or let us do this or that. And you're like, all right, yeah, basically, I can't pay the payments for the next 6 months. They're like, yeah, go ahead. We're going to give you a little piece of my country. You can put the military base there and stuff like that. And if you run a couple of drills, and I'll look the other way. Cool. And this is like, and then, but every nation does this to some, like, there's a lot of this kind of like, and then I would imagine as a person running a country, they also know they're going to get fucked, but then they're like, well, we got to play the game. And they're like, they're like, fuck it. And like, or maybe the plan was to like not pay it back at all and just have it built anyway. So he was like, well, actually, I have to tell you the truth, I don't mind if the U.S. military base is my country because I might get invaded, which is kind of nice. And like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of that bullshit going on too, right? Well, so China's doing their version of it, right? And the thing is that a lot of the high price labor, the really technologically advanced people working So obviously you can have slave class people. I mean, it sucks to say that, but people at bottom of the barrel, just manual labor sort of things like that, up to like a certain kind of a threshold. They're just getting paid in anything basically, if they're even getting paid at all, right? But as you go up the value ladder and you start going to people who are like high end architects and everything like that, you start getting to this point where those people are only taking dollars. And so what ended up happening is that China started lending out, both dollars and their local currency, and that money was then given out everywhere. And then and then in terms of also spend using those dollars to then use dollars within their own country, also to support their housing kind of boom and crisis that's kind of going on in the country right now. And what's pretty much going on with that is that they're pretty much they've run through all the dollars. And now let's skip a little more forward in the story. Now we're in somewhere between, we're talking about 2019, 2020, 2021 in this kind of a range where we started having where China's starting to have problems in terms of they don't have enough dollars, and these string of pearls that they've created is a big infrastructure that's weighing on their economy. And what's going on is that this is one of the big reasons why they got very, 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 very tough on Hong Kong. And because Hong Kong has an equities has an access to an equities market where they can make IPOs, ICOs, and stuff like and all that jazz and stuff like that. They can take companies public, and by taking companies public, they can pretty much get access to dollars. So this is one of the big reasons why they were squeezing Hong Kong so much and basically invaded and took over Hong Kong earlier than they should have. And unrightly, honestly, they were perfectly fine, but it was just the sort of thing where they came in to take them because they were trying to get access to those dollars. And now they pretty much have taken over Hong Kong, and they've kind of gutted the whole treasury out. Now they're out of dollars. And there's quite a lot of sort of things geopolitically that's kind of happening in China and stuff. So this whole thing that China's it's in this really strong position, they're in a pretty bad position along with everybody else. One saving grace the United States has, even though I'm a diehard American, but the United States is in some big trouble in terms of rising prices and everything like that. But what's going, even though we've printed a lot of money, the money that we print, a lot of it ends up going to the rest of the world, right? And this other piece when it comes to the dollar is that the dollars that we create get spread out to multiple countries. A lot of people we're somewhere between 80 to 85% of all global trade is denominated in dollars. So if you're trading things between nation and nation, you sometimes nations will take a local currency, maybe because they're what, hey, we might do some spending over there. So we'll take this time in your local currency, cool. But for most of the deals, they're trying to take it in dollars, especially multinational corporations, and they're taking payment in dollars. So all these kind of dollars and stuff like that they've taken. Well, what ends up happening is that when the United States increases the interest rates and stuff like that, it increases the borrowing cost. So it becomes this whole thing where people have dollars. They're so let me hold these dollars. Just like you guys, right? Things are sort of oh shit, I think the dump's about to happen. So magically everyone stops spending so much money, and they're holding their dollars because they're trying to buy that dip, which is everybody else, and the same thing, right? And Dustin, and taking minerals as well. That's right, Dustin. But Moon Grangry. I'll put a poll on Twitter later on, and we'll definitely vote on what's going to be the name of the land. Moonstania. Tweet at me or some shit with different names. That'd be really funny. Best names, I'll put them in a poll, and then we'll end up having this entire we'll have a vote for what's going to be called. But so what's going to end up happening? What ended up happening is that by the dollar increasing the rates and stuff, it's putting a lot of political pressure on a lot of other countries, because the dollar is the world's reserve currency, but it's really the one world currency. It really is, whether we want to admit that or not. And crypto also has played a part with that, right? Crypto is completely denominated in dollars. I can even show you. Watch. Any of your favorite sites, right, around the world, right? You do what you do, but most people around the world are looking at something like this. And these numbers are all in dollars. We're not looking in some foreign currency or something like this. This is mostly around the world. This is denominated in dollars. So when we're talking about, we've got the entire market cap of crypto is about 99. Look at that, 99. It's basically $1 trillion. That's $1 trillion. So it's if you look at you have USDC, Tether, you have 102 billion. You have 74 billion, $56 billion and stuff like that. If you're in crypto, you now, like if you have your local currency and you finally buy Ethereum for the first time, then you can convert your Ethereum into USDC. It's this whole thing where like anyone who onboards into crypto are automatically in the dollar market, right? So it's this entire thing where like the whole world, it's, and as crypto expands, it's also expanding out the dollar to other nations. So like cryptocurrency is very good as a geopolitical strategy for the United States, actually not to crush so much. You know that they're going to do a bunch of little horseshit because they're trying to control it. But overall, crypto is very good for the United States and the dollar because it is pretty much going out to. It's pretty like it's pretty much insane how much the like once you get into crypto, you're pretty much in the dollar. And then when you start holding dollars, even if you're holding USDC, and then you start looking at your USDC versus your USDC coin versus your local currency, you start going like, wait, hold up, my USDC coin is beating my local currency out. So like, what the fuck? Am I crazy? I'm not going to hold a dollar and then hold this shit. And then so you start having a slow rug of people holding their own national currencies, which then puts more pressure on small to medium-sized countries on their currencies. So the crypto is actually helping rug a lot of other currencies and get people into the dollar. So you have sort of a dollar crypto alliance, whether a lot of people know it or not. It's just like, if you really think about the game theory of that, that's what's going on. So, yeah, let me take a little drink. Man, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. So that's kind of what's going on there. So what's going on right now is that China is very dollar hungry, and as rates go up, and most countries are actually pretty dollar hungry right now. So a lot of dollars are being hoarded up by people who can get it right now, and it's getting more and more expensive to borrow dollars because the United States increases the rates. It's a downwards effect for them, increasing it by 75 basis points, 100 basis points, increases it damn near 2-3% with good credit, 5%. With bad and very dangerous ventures. So it starts getting very quickly very expensive to borrow, and this really has some crazy knock-on effects where you start having smaller countries could possibly pop and explode, and then those explosions of that stuff ends up scaring people that end up people run into more dollars. So it ends up this whole thing where like you would think the dollar would end up kind of collapsing and like kind of frizzling out, but then what happens is the world's money gets scared, comes into the most liquid market in the world, which is the U.S. market, restabilizes the dollar gets strong, everyone gets confidence, then markets go back up, and then when markets go back up, people then funnel the gains that they made off the market and then restabilize their countries, and then their markets stabilize, and then we all go back into trajectory. And that's pretty much what happens when you get like these crashes. The dollar strengthens up again, boom, everything goes back up. And then on top of that, you have this entire thing where all other nations are playing sort of a game with printing money, right? So the United States is printing money, but then other countries are like, fuck that, bro, we're printing more money. So they're playing this whole game where like they're not trying to have their currency stronger than the dollar because they're exporting, right? So this is an exporting world. You have countries trading to each other. So they need to make sure that their currency is cheaper than the next guy's currency. So it's better for them to spend and for them to buy stuff from them, so they can have GDP growth and they can actually start spending so they can get access to dollars. What a crazy game, man. Let's see. Hugh Hefner, nah, bro. China playing chess while U.S. is playing checkers. Well, let's go with this one. China's one-child policy has screwed them. Population grew from 17%. Well, that's some real checkers ass move right there. I'm just saying. They kind of already fucked them. If you look at demographics wise, they're fucking fucked, basically. In the next 40 years, they'll be under 1 billion people. I mean, estimates are somewhere between 500 to 700 million people. So I don't know about all that bullshit right there. And on top of that, they've overbuilt. Like they have I've said this on Fresh and Fit and everything like that. Like there's entire ghost cities. They built a Paris. I mean, just go look at this. I mean, you can look at you can look at like Top Gear and all these guys. Like look up, type after this YouTube video right here. Go on Google, go on YouTube, and search up Chinese ghost cities. Bruh, pretty crazy. So, that's the sort of thing that's going to happen. So we're going to get some country break and stuff like that. I mean, like, But this is why you have sort of things going on with Russia, because Russia is also dealing with the same level of, obviously they didn't do no one-child policy, thank God to them, right? But they ended up having this entire thing where like their birth rate collapsed as well. Not as bad as the Chinese, but collapsed pretty badly. And you can just look at it. And it was a sort of thing where like, a lot of their top, a lot of their top infrastructure guys are basically starting to get retirement age, and they might not be able to do anything. So it's a sort of thing where like they're just going down swinging right now. Getting as much as they can, because later on they won't really militarily be able to as to the same effect that they can now. And obviously you've seen Russia's super gigantic, but you've seen how like they have this huge army, and they're having trouble really going into Ukraine, even though they're like it's insane, Yeah. That's correct. Yeah, countries that don't have a population problem will rise in the future. That's correct. And it's that sort of thing, right? Like this is, and I've said this in previous videos. Like the world's running, like everything's a Ponzi, right? But the world's running a population Ponzi, where we're a consumer-based economy. Most developed nations are consumer-based economies, and I would say everyone's trying to be a consumer-based economy, because it's the kind of economies that work the best, even if we don't like it. It's the truth. It's better than it's better than like strict communism and stuff. And even the commies and stuff end up taking up like a fucking half capitalist, half commie. That's how shitty communism is. But the commies were like, yeah, man, we're against all these big corporations, man. And then the communists were like, yo, fuck that shit. That shit don't work. And so they're like, yeah, so we'll keep all the power of it's. I wouldn't even call. I mean, like they're damn near fascist, really. Like, but it's this whole thing where like you end up having these mega corporations where it's controlled by the government, and that's their communism. But like it's such a strange system, and that should tell you how powerful what the United States has created with like. Not just in terms of like with capitalism and everything like that, but just the American structure, the American system is quite powerful. It just needs some adjusting, and a lot of things are fucking up. Like, hey, I'm not blind to all the bullshit happening in the States, but like this, yeah. But sorry, Charlie. But yeah, anyway, so a lot of countries in Africa, some places in Asia are going to do really good at population and stuff like that. The next 30, 40 years are actually pretty good for the Philippines, and then they're going to start having a bit of trouble when it comes to population as well. But like the next 30 years, 40 years for the Philippines are going to be pretty decent. Mexico is going to do really well. They still have a good birth rate. A big part of the lower end of the manufacturing sector that we rug from China is all going to Mexico. And if you actually look right now, Mexico's actually, this is kind of crazy. Mexico is actually doing very, very well in terms of if they're actually growing right now, and all this bullshit, as well as the United States is buying oil from Mexico, which is pretty strange to me, but I guess they are. Let's see. Did you see my Fresh and Fit super chat on there? On there? I probably did. I mean, we probably answered it and stuff like that. But if you want, just type it in. You don't have to super chat me if you don't want to. If you want to just remind me what it is. But yeah, the United States and Canada are trying to tackle populations issue with immigration. You're right, and I think Canada doesn't do a very good job of it. They do get some high end people, like the people in the United States and stuff like that. But in terms of like the one advantage the United States has, all right, immigration just sucks for all countries. Everyone's bad at it. It's terrible. Unless it's literally like the only people like taking would be like some blonde hair Scandinavian motherfuckers. But eventually, if you got enough of them, you're like, man, yo, fuck these blonde hair, blue eyed motherfuckers. Like even though with them, it'd be a lot of that shit. But it wouldn't be like, but they would still like be able to assimilate and stuff like that. But it's this entire thing where the United States, the best thing that we're one of the best things that we do is that we're the best at absorbing different cultures together. We're a good melting pot, and we can take in like somewhere between 1 to 5 million people a year into the economy, and actually just file them in legally or illegally, and have that kind of permeate throughout the economy. And we're the best in the world at it. Everyone else just sucks dick at it, basically. And yeah, not many immigrants going into China or Japan. That's right. China. Yeah, I mean, one thing with China, they already got a shit ton of people. With Japan, it's more of like they like this whole, like they have this whole thing where like they can be a lot more stricter on their community piece, that they're all Japanese. So this has big advantages for cohesion and everything like that. But there also comes with negatives as well, because as you become richer and richer, or things become much more complicated, people want to have less and less kids. And this is something that was actually brought up by like Elon Musk. Actually, I can even bring up the quote. Actually, let me see. Elon Musk. Oh, look at that. It's the last tweet he did. Fucking awesome. Goddamn Elon Musk. Didn't have to cut me off. Okay, so the U.S. birth rate has been below mid-sustainable for the last 50 years, right? But we're actually, it's surprisingly enough, even though we're like this, out of all developed nations, we still have one of the highest. I think we have either the first or highest birth rate compared to all other like first world nations. Everyone else. So if we're shitty, but everybody else is shittier. Can you believe that? Like we're shitty, and everyone else is shittier. That is wild. And notice something right here, right? So, so you had this big boom. You had this big boom right here, and basically the 80s boom, which means when things are going fucking hella good, like, fuck it all. And then they raw dog some bitch, get her pregnant. And then look at that. So the second high right here. So you had the nine, like right here, the crash, the 90. I was born right here. So right off the top, baby. Yeah, dad bought the dip. And they bought the dip again. And then literally, I shit you not, like then my other brother was born, and then my mom and dad bought the dip again right here after the top. LOL. That's so funny. We're like literally we're all born near the tops there. That's fucking hilarious. That's right, babies. I was always a market top, baby. Always a market top. Nothing but tops, baby. 91, baby. Shout out. My brother's 92. My other brother's a 2001. So shout out. That'd be really funny if there's 3 tops and then like that was all my brother's fucking birthday, like years of when they were born. That'd be hilarious. Fucking demography, bro. I love this shit. Anyway, so you also notice here, what's so special about this arrow right here? Well, this was the 2000. This is the housing boom right here. So during times when things are fucking out here, people have kids. So, and it's like, woo! And I bet you, and a lot of those kids that were born were all fucking Latinos. I'm telling you, because I know for a fact, right? Because that housing boom really, really helped. I mean, everyone's making money. White, black, Asian, everybody, Latino and stuff like that. But like, let me tell you this, man, the amount of people that I knew that was born during fucking 2004 to 10 was all Latinos, baby. Shout out. Yeah. So obviously, like and we started going up a little bit. Shout out crypto. It probably when this information comes out, it'll be like a little higher because we had the crypto and like equities boom a little bit, and then probably back down. But that's just what's happening, right? And then, contrary to what many think, the richer someone is, the fewer kids they have. I'm a rare exception. Most people have 0 to 1 kid. So this whole thing, if you're a red pill man or a crypto guy, man, like have a couple kids, man. Well, our genetics will take over the world. Let's keep going. Rolla Tomasi, yeah, baby. And yet Tesla is being praised for offering a stripe into women. See, what? Yeah, all right, whatever. I like it. Shout out to Rolla. Let's see. Honestly, the major reason for that is people can't afford to have kids. Then why is it that the richer someone is, the fewer kids they have? Yikes. Which is true. So it becomes this whole thing where like a big reason why people were having a lot of kids back in the day too was because kids were also useful for around the farm. So we're not farming as much and stuff like that. So like it's almost like I don't know if it's like basically like the ROI of children is lowered basically. But myself, if possible, will have many children, at least 3, right? Because like it's just, so in terms of like the whole Ponzi thing. Not to go back to the original point of all this entire thing was the whole world's running on a Ponzi where if let's just say the U.S. birth rate, right? Let's go here, right? This is the borderline. So this is the replacement level, and what this means is that every pair, so you and your girl, right, have a baby. If you have 2 babies, your 2 babies will replace you and your wife when you die. Now, if a country's having 3 babies on average, some people are having 2, 0, and some people are having 4, 5, 7. Shout out. But if the economy was at right here, if we were at 3, so the average pair was having like somewhere between 2.9, 3.3 children, we'd be out here. There wouldn't be a fucking problem in the United States economy. You know what I'm saying? There wouldn't be not like, let's see, 3 kids, bro. You're about to get rugged by a chick. No, say the passwords is safe, homie. Crypto baby shit. Take control of your finances, ladies and gentlemen. But I'll decentralize it probably a little bit here and there. Who knows? I might have 9 kids. 3 I know about and 6 I don't. Who knows? I'll know in 20 years from now when I'm on TV or some shit or whatever, the hollow tube, and then I start hearing some kids on the new version of TikTok going shoo. I'm gonna start looking all sideways like, wait, hold up. Who's your mom? Oh my god. But yes, yeah, this is true. Like I just had two. I just had two in the last 2.5 years. Oh, shout out, bro. You shit, man. That shit working, baby. Crypto surfer, man. You need to have another two more, maybe just one more. But like anyone who I've talked to, they said, yeah, dude, kids are so expensive and everything like that. But at the end of the time, man, like what else are you gonna fucking do? You know, what else are you gonna do? You need like you guys are the best. You guys are the cream of the crop, baby. Shit. I'm talking to the best men and women in the world right now. All 259 of you guys watching right now. You guys are the best. The best of the best. Why would me as a full grown adult here tell you guys like be out here saying like I wouldn't want you guys to have kids? Like of course I'd want you guys to have kids. You guys are awesome. You know, and this is the thing is, look, all right. I'm kind of scared to bring these kids on these crazy times. Has been said by everybody of all times. Like the Ice Age is ending and shit. I don't know if I want to like Bartha. I don't know if I want to have a kid with you right now. Miguel, I with child, you know, and or like during the crisis of the 3rd century, or like what, or like everybody says that at all times right now. Kind of scared, you know, bring up these, but but you know, I get this part right here, right? Didn't no fault divorce happen in the 60s and there's got to be a correlation? Yes, it did, sir. That's correct. Yeah, that's also when abortion, no fault divorces and abortion started getting legalized, and then the population started going down quite a lot. Yep, that's totally true. So there probably needs to be some adjustments on that and stuff like that. And I think we're starting to get with that whole Amber Heard case and stuff like that. We finally started getting this entire thing. Like I think that was a big turning point. It's not going to solve everything, but it's like the first time a woman like on a real public stage that like women have been like shown to be kind of retarded or have mental problems. And it's like believe all women. I don't know about this one right here. And you're going to start getting a lot of lawsuits where it's going to start going the man's way finally. And we're going to start having it's like the world and everything is in a pendulum, right? We need women and women need us. No matter how much women want to bitch and moan and shit and everything like that, there's like, let me tell you this, half of the world's women, pussy's cheap. All right? Dick is cheap. There's the world's damn near 50-50, 49-50, but roughly 50-50 around the world. There's plenty of dick and fucking putty cat out here in this world. And this is the correct thing. Honestly, the only problem is the partner you choose. That's right. You pick that partner correct, you're fucking going to be out here correct. It's the truth. Okay? The biggest thing, personally, this is what I tell to all my crypto guys, and like I have different advice for the ladies when I do my courses and stuff like with Charlie. But the number one advice that I give out to a lot of men is pick a woman that doesn't know shit about crypto. Do not pick a woman that don't know shit about crypto. First and foremost, because like if can you imagine dating a girl that knows crypto too? Like, oh my God, Ted, why did you buy this coin? That's your entry level? Oh my fucking God. I would shoot myself. Getting with some chick that knows crypto and then knows how to fucking buy crypto and shit. Could you imagine like, oh, nice trade, bro. Oh, that coin rug again on you? Like, oh my God, dude. F that, dude. Like, let's see. You have a market corrections, and now you have dating market corrections. No, you do. You're having corrections because dude. If the men are doing bad, the women All right. Like, oh my God, this is literally turning into a red pill talk. But like, if we doing bad, the world's doing bad. If guys are doing terrible, eventually the women do terrible. Except for like the highest end of the girls scope and shit. Like if we're looking at this right here. Like if the high percentage of girls, like those, like the top percentage of guys and women are doing bad. But because like, look, the top 1% are working, but like some of them are working very hard. But the good portion of the really rich people that aren't doing, they're not working as hard as a regular guy. Like, trust me, like Miguel working as a fucking landscaper versus Miguel working today, like it's a different level of work, right? I've experienced both sides of it. Like I work pretty hard and I got a great work ethic and I fucking like kill myself. But in terms of like at the end of the day, other than like if I get a good night of sleep and stuff, there's no way in hell that I was more tired doing landscaping than I'm doing this in irrigation and stuff like that. So I know both sides of it. And it's this entire thing where, but the thing is the whole world economy runs on everyone doing their jobs, and it's all this shit right here. All the 80 percentile, the 80% of the entire 90% of the population doing their work and job, being police officers, policemen, electricians, plumbers, the things that make the whole economy run. You need people doing all this sort of stuff. And when these guys start getting fucking finally rugged, at some point there's a tipping point, and then girls, and then the whole society goes bad. Yeah, they want equality, but not quality of outcome. It's just like that. But eventually, if the guys are doing bad, guess what happens? Because the girls ain't going to make it. Like there's support roles, and they're very women are very important to the economy, and because they create children, and women are there's something about a female energy that's really good. But at the end of the day, men make this world what it is. Period. Yeah. Let's see. Statistically speaking, these women that have made themselves of the men will be impoverished as they get older. Yeah, yeah. This is the important thing. It's like one of the worst things in the world is to be old and lonely. There's only one worser thing than that. But being old and lonely, which basically means like you have no family. You didn't get married. I mean, you didn't have to get married. You just have a kid. You don't have kids. You don't have a family. You don't have like this whole thing and stuff. Like having that shit is beautiful and stuff like that. Like I look at my grandfather and my grandmother. They had, what did they have? They had 7 kids. They had 7 kids. No, I'm sorry, 8. I'm sorry, my bad. My grandfather had 8 kids. My grandma had 7. But shout out family business. But my grandfather and my grandmother, they had a bunch of kids, 5 boys, two aunties for mine and stuff, like 2 women. And now everybody all my aunts and uncles have family members of 3, 4 kids and stuff. I am a family of 3. The average person in my family. And so it's this whole thing where like when we have like a family party, it's a zoo of kids and children and family, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, because when you get old and shit, you can't. You're like, at a certain point, your dick ain't gonna work and shit. You're just like out here, and it's kind of nice to be like when you fall down, everyone give a fuck about you. But when you're old and you don't have a family, no one gives a single fuck about you. The only thing worser, right? It's better if you have a big family but poor, you're gonna be fine. But if you have the worst thing in the world is to be old and broke. Oh my god, that is like that is peak the worst thing ever. Like, and I've talked to a lot of rich older people and stuff like that, and I saw certain clients of mine. Like, I'm gonna shout them out. I feel very bad for them, but they lost their. I literally saw multi-millionaires. I'm talking about people that had $15-25 million lose it all, man. Lose it all. And it's the saddest shit in the world, dude. Like, I was literally working at the property there while his fucking what was it? Not Rolls Royce. I think his Jaguar and his Rover were getting fucking towed away, dude. That shit dude. I still remember that shit haunted, man. That if there's ever a thing that has me working really hard out here, man, like god damn, dude. That like shocked me. How much and Vic Nova, yeah, I'll get to the super chats. I'll scroll up in a minute and stuff like that. Old, broke, and no family means you are homeless and are gonna die. So this whole thing of not having a family is a bunch of bullshit. If your family is like I nutted in 3-4 different chicks and shit like that, and now I have a family, then fuck it. Like that's better. Like seriously, fuck it. Like that. But at some point, you like as a guy, like the power that we have versus women is that women can have sex with anybody they want. We are the holders of relationships. If I don't want to be with the woman anymore, I ain't gonna be with her anymore. But the thing is like a woman can give out her cat and stuff like that to everybody, but the guy's got to choose. You know what? I'll stay with you. That's our power. Our power is relationship. Their power is that coochie. At least, Hugh Hefner. At least. And hit that moon. Yeah, hit that like button, Moon Gang, baby. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, or you will be unsubscribed, man. East-West connection, this G right here, this OG right here. Look at this fucking Chad right here. I prefer chicks with zero knowledge in crypto. It's the truth. And you know what? Look, with the current girl that I'm with right now, like has been with me through thick and thin and stuff like that. But at the same time, even when we didn't have money, she says, Miguel, like I trust you completely with our finances, no matter what. If you think it's a good idea, well, let's do it. God damn it. She trapped me that minute. Fuck. She got my ass with that one, bro. I was like, really? Cool. And we've never had a problem since. And since then, she believed in me. She let me run the finances, and I made us multi-millionaires. So there you go, man. That's goals right there, man. You got to choose yourself a good one, man. There's a lot of booty and butt cheeks and fucking and all this other crap and stuff like that, but it's about what else they can provide to you and whether they actually believe in you or not. I would not be with a woman that is fucking dealt with this questioning me every fucking 10 seconds and shit. Fuck that shit. If this is an experience, this is from a person who's been in a relationship for quite a long time and stuff like that. I'm telling you. I'm not saying you can't get some side action. Hey, this red pill. This is a red pill of finance right here, man. We're red pill aware, even though we're talking about money. I'm red pill aware. So, man, you want to get a little side, man? Hey, that's on you, bro. But yeah, man. Hey, definitely is, man. Been with me for a long time and shit. We've been together since we're homeless in a car. I was homeless. A lot of people, I've said this to a couple guys maybe in the chats and stuff like that, but I was homeless for about 4 months. We lived out of our red Dodge Charger. Literally, I'd work all damn day into saving up enough money to get some more tools and stuff so I can I was working for, luckily I was working homeless, if you could believe that shit, working fucking 40 hours a week and shit, no place to go, but happy as a bird because we were just smashing the back of a car and going to sleep and shit, and fucking hilarious. And then saving up my money, and then from there was able to get more tools and trucks and be able to provide more services. And then eventually after working those 30-40 hours, I was able to work on side jobs of mine, and then eventually ended up getting my own landscaping routes, and then from there expanded my business and got myself a bunch of employees, and that's how I went right there. Yeah. All right, crypto keeper. Jesus Christ, I'll go up. Jeez. All right, I'm gonna get to the super chats because super chats are crying right now. I'm so sorry. Sorry for the realness. My bad. Back to crypto. Let me scroll up. Let's see. Jesus Christ, where is the super chats? All right, here we go. Crypto Keeper with the $5 super chat. Do you think you will facilitate a meetup anyway between RH and Fresh and Fit? They said you did. Yes, yeah, they've already agreed. They've already agreed to it. We're hammering out some details and stuff like that. They've got a lot of shit kind of they're pretty well scheduled out basically. But I've talked to Myra and I talked to Fresh. They said they're willing to do it as a favor to me, basically. So it's going to happen. Just calm your horses. It happens when it happens, but it's going to happen. It'll happen this year. So there you go. Vic Nova, what do you expect of Sol? Good time to accumulate. How do you think they will perform in the next bull market? I think it'll perform pretty well. Let's go over here real quick. Let's go to Sol. $28. It's not bad, honestly. I want to see this in low teens before I start dollar cost averaging. Let's wait a couple days, see how the market reacts with because the difference is if the market reacts positively and then goes up, you're buying Solana at $35. Who gives a shit? It's the same price. But if the market performs very terribly during that time and stuff, you can catch this thing sub $20 and you'll get more bang for your buck. And in terms of it's gonna fucking survive. There's too much VC money behind it. It's one of the only US coins where a lot of guys from Silicon Valley and New York invested into it and stuff. So it's very well backed. Even though it fucking shuts down every fucking 15 fucking days and it's terrible, but at some point they'll get it to work, even if it's fucking they're putting regular gasoline in a diesel truck. At some point they'll figure it out oh, yo, you're supposed to use diesel. Oh shit. And it might be cars shaking and stuff, going but eventually they'll get it working somewhat and shit by hook or crook, and it'll do pretty well. So this is one of the coins I do believe that will survive, and I think it'll do pretty moderately well. Just the change is having tons of problems. They're trying to do a lot of stuff. The teams there, and also the Solana people still have money, and the Solana people are actually purchasing a lot of and hiring a lot of the Luna people who end up essentially losing all their jobs and stuff like that. So there was a huge kind of it's sort of like all right, let's just say, okay, this might not be the best example, but it's a pretty funny example in my brain. So imagine that fucking Luna was Nazi Germany, and what's going right now is we're doing Operation Paperclip. for all your history buffs out there, was basically when the Soviet Union and the United States essentially finally collapsed and defeated the Nazi Germany. Everybody started getting every like German Nazi scientists and stuff and all the top of the fields and essentially forgiving them and bringing them into the fold in order to increase our military power in our science power. So basically, Operation Paperclip is going on right now with Luna and every single L1 Phantom, Solana, Polkadot, Cosmos, PulseChain are fucking eating up all the people from Luna. And there's people who are smaller in Luna that are like looking for homes that are say like, fuck it, I'll build on PulseChain, or fuck it, I'll build over here. Fuck it, I'll build it there. Fuck this shit, I'm out of here. So we're getting Operation Paperclip right now when it comes to Luna. So that's what's going on. Let's keep going down. Is there any more? If I missed any more super chats, give me another super chat, or just tell me I missed it and I'll answer your question. My bad. But yeah. Let's get back to it. Whoa. Camera's a little fuzzy right now. You bang on the table, this is what happens. But hit the like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and yeah, man, let's go all the way down. Crypt. But the $10 super chat, thank you. Here's some coffee money for my question. Oh, no problem at all, man. Thank you so much. Cool picture though, the Crypt Keeper. Tap 2, what's up, babe? What's up? Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Last super chat of the night was a $10 tip for the sauce, Stack Powder Moon Gang. Hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. You got yourself a good night. And yeah, man. Perfect. Let's keep going down. Let's see. Sometimes you just need to find yourself a good one and go. Dan Bilzerian. It's true. And at some point, like, it becomes this whole thing where like women are a pain in the motherfucking ass, man. And this comes from a guy's perspective. Same thing with girls. We're like, men are such you know, all that bullshit. Yes, we're all pain in the asses, but like, goddamn, man. Goddamn. Sometimes it makes you want to take them out and shoot them in the backyard. But like, but at the end of the day, right, it gets like you can ask Myron and you can ask Fresh and stuff like this, and you can ask a lot of these from the Red Pill guys. And I'm talking to guys who are like banging tons of chicks. Eventually, they're like, yeah, it just gets fucking annoying and it gets in the way of business sometimes. It's like, just get yourself a good girl, boom, boom, have some kids and stuff like that. And if you get, maybe have some side pieces or tell them, like, I'm going to be messing around once or twice. Or, like, just do a couple things on the side if you want to. And then that's it. Just keep it moving because it makes your life simpler. It frees up more time because you're not out there consistently, like netting girls in, fucking rolling through this game. Let's go out to dinner. Let's do this or let's go fuck. And then you're spending all this time with them and stuff like that. And then it ends up like, oh, fuck, I didn't get any work done. And you're like, God damn it. So there's this whole thing that I've been talking about, like almost, I call it the Ouroboros of the Red Pill, where like money muscles game, right? Like the muscles part, you can always work on your health and fitness. So it doesn't really get in the way, but it's sort of like there's like a pyramid. There's like a giant square. There's a giant pyramid right here, right? A triangle where you have, it's a college triangle thing. It's like good grades, sleep, social life. Pick two. And it's almost the same thing. Some guy, and then the thing is, at the highest level, you can't actually do all three. But at some point, eventually, you get a little annoyed because even though you can do all three, you're like, God damn it, man! I wish I had a little more because like we have a limited amount of time. So it's this entire thing where you'll eventually like pick one girl, be your main chick, boom, and you might do some side stuff, but then that helps you, that gives you free time to either continue to focus on your fitness or go into like, and then just go into business. So it's this whole thing where guys kind of flip between the red pill, between like I'm super concentrated in girls. They kind of quench that girl thing and thirst in their mind for a while. They're like, oh, I'm finally getting girls. I'm looking pretty good. And then what ends up happening is that they end up flipping over to like, damn, my money's not so good. They go into the money side and then they started making a lot of money and they start really focusing because guys are hyper successful with women or in any aspects, right? You're super in shape. You're the super game. You're making a lot of money and stuff like that. Like if you're hyper successful in one avenue, you can be also successful in the other ones as well. This is why I say you guys are so good at this, because you guys are multi-talented people that can also like, if you're good at something, if you're good at crypto, you're going to be good at other stuff because that's why guys who are like top athletes or people who reach the top of a space somehow, that does translate somewhat into something else and they can be quite successful in it. So yeah. Straight up goods. I was working homeless too. Yeah, Danny. Yeah, shout out to Danny. But yeah, man, like I don't think you are anymore or nothing like that. But so man, shout out to you, man. This guy's a real one. Danny's real. He's been around a long time. That's correct. Yes, the hot crazy matrix. For any of you guys who don't know, go on YouTube, go type in the hot crazy matrix. It's one of the fucking funniest videos explaining all this shit, and it's an older video, but it's amazing, dude. The hot crazy matrix. Above an 8 hot and below a 5 crazy, bro. I think you might be touching a dude. Yeah. Let's see. Constantine 58. I do technical analysis, bro. Bitcoin will be 50K in a week. Hey man, I hope so, bro. That'd be fucking awesome. Let's see. Let's see. Honestly, bear market red pill talk is way more fun and important. No, it's really fun and stuff like that. And for all you guys right now we are selling the crypto mindset meetup right now. And right now it's being sold currently to the Q2 guys and people who are in a certain email list. But within a couple days, we're going to open it up to everybody who's taken, anyone who's previously taken a crypto mindset course. You'll be able to join me at this crypto mindset meetup. We've pretty much capped it at about 300 people. Myron and Fresh are going to be there. So Fresh and Fit are going to be there, and of course a couple other people. I think Crypto Coffee is going to be there as well, and a couple other, just a lot of homies and stuff like that. So we're going to have quite a lot of people. We might have some people from Japan coming over as well. So it's a pretty sort of cool thing. So if for some reason, like we've let it out to everybody else, then at the tail end, we'll probably have, if there's any tickets left, maybe if we have some leftover 20, 30 tickets, we'll just, I'll throw up a link and then we'll allow people to buy it. But basically the event is basically this month on the 25th. So yeah, so for anyone, it's gonna be a great time and stuff like that. So I don't want to say all the information and stuff, but we're gonna have a really good time and stuff. It's gonna be for 2 days, and we're just gonna be hanging around, chilling and shit, and getting shit faced, talking crypto, and having fun. Beautiful. I'm so glad I sold my soul. Now, yeah, I mean, I sold my soul. Wow, that sounded horrible. Wow, man, that sounded so devilish. My God, Padre Hijo Espíritu Santo, man. Yeah, I dumped soul. Yeah, you say I'm glad I sold my soul. What the fuck? That's so evil. But yeah, I dumped soul a while back as well and stuff like that, and I ended up putting it into. I bought a ton of SLV2 with it, and then that ended up turning into quite a bit of money. I was able to profit by selling a lot of alluvium land and everything like that, which is really good. So. I guess when I bang the table, when I really bang the table, it kind of puts the camera out of focus. Kind of crazy. Yeah, Israel tech sector. Yeah, there's a lot of intel. Yeah, cybersecurity. Yeah, a lot of stuff, man. Do you think Phantom will be all right? Yeah, I think they'll be perfectly fine. They're right now kind of pretty in bed with the Ethereum Foundation actually. And they're getting GitLab grants and stuff, and then they're pretty much the only people really working, which is kind of surprising. I should let you know something's up with the Ethereum people, but like the Phantom guys are essentially creating something called the FVM, which is the Phantom Virtual Machine, which is an upgrade to the EVM, which is the Ethereum Virtual Machine. And basically, what's kind of going on is that they end up pulling off the upgrade to the FVM. More than likely, Ethereum is going to then take it, make sure that it does fit into Ethereum, and then it's a way for them to upgrade the kind of hard. So what's going on is that the infrastructure of Ethereum, as well as even Phantom, are pretty fast. The problem is that the way they process smart contracts is the limiting factor. So what's going on is once Phantom upgrades to the FVM, and they're going to essentially test it, and it works, Ethereum is going to end up using it. And I wouldn't be surprised that if it really does work, then us at PulseChain and stuff like that, we can just take it too and just make our version of that. So we have a way to really upgrade the amount of smart contracts we can have on our blockchain and just completely take us to the next level. So I'm super, super excited when that ends up happening and stuff like that. And because of that, Phantom's kind of getting side money from Ethereum right now and stuff like that. So like it was kind of crazy. Like they were on consensus and stuff as well. So it's kind of interesting. I think Phantom will survive, but I'm gonna wait till it gets super dirt cheap and then buy it in the dirt and I'm buying a ton of altcoins in the Phantom ecosystem just because I like them. But I'm buying stuff where they have the firepower to expand right now. A lot of them are expanding out and putting stuff into Optimism as well as like Aurora, which is on Near Protocol. So there's quite a lot of interesting little plays. I'm not getting into anything on Phantom that doesn't have the developer power to keep expanding because during these these downtimes where when everyone doesn't has much less money and stuff like that, you really should be looking out like who's out here still fucking punching, who's still in the cut, who's still trying to make moves, or like they're so fucking broke, but they're like they don't care, they believe in their project so much that they're working like fuck, they're eating nothing but ramen noodles and coding and shit like that, and that is powerful. That I find that is really, really, really cool. Fathead, what's going on, dude? Is that Kino? That's probably Kino. Hey, DCC, in your opinion, are we in a bull market or not? Your opinion matters. Wait. Your opinion matters given that you and Charlie provide non-financial advice. Even if you say non-financial advice, lots of peeps are hanging on your every word. I mean, I think we're going to go back up by the end of the year. But I'm buying these lows right now. Honestly, the way I'm sort of thinking about it, I still believe we're in a wave 4 going into wave 5. But that's my gut. My gut feeling is telling me we're in a wave 4 going to a wave 5. And that means that we really haven't even seen the real bear market, because if let's just say geopolitically, we kind of can go back up a little bit, and then we finally have the rugging in the world economy and have a really big collapse. That's where shit can get even worse. But I'm really hoping I'm wrong, because if like let's say we are in a bear market right now, if we count, depending on where you count, right, the all-time high, usually bear markets are anywhere from 12 months to 18 months. So if we look at something like, let's just say the all-time high, or like where people count as the top, right, which is in the summer of last year, 18 months later, that's December. So that's quarter 4. So, we're talking about or maybe kind of in November, then we basically still have until the middle of, May of, 18 months would be like May of 2023. So between quarter 4 to about the middle of the year, pretty much that's the bottom, and then we're out of here, and then we're off to the races. So either way you look at it, it's like we're pretty close to like out of the shitter. That's what I'm saying. Like if this is the bear market, this has been the only part that's been kind of bad. Before this 2-3 months ago and stuff till like November, it was not that bad. I mean, we were yielding, still making money and doing all kinds of stuff. Hex was holding up pretty well. I mean, I think in the last like 6 months we hit I think we're in 30 cents at one point. So everyone was still making money. So it's pretty that's pretty much what I'm thinking about right now. So no matter which way you look at it, you want to really get just when you get those fire cells, you gotta shoot, or you're going to be kicking yourself in the ass later on. Oh, just post it down there. It's because I'm way behind on the chats. It's because I was talking and stuff, so it's the chat kind of went past me. Sorry about that. Just join in. Who's this guest? DCC brought it. What? Funny as hell. Let's see. So the Fed meeting tomorrow and Roe decision coming out. Big day. Yeah, definitely. The Roe decision, I think that has to do with abortions, correct? I think that is. Watch the United States does pass it. I mean, to tell you the truth, sadly enough, or yay enough for some people, scary enough actually too, even for the guys, especially on the other side. Pretty powerful stuff. I mean, that should increase the birth rate for the country. So, and we're gonna get clapped tomorrow. So save your cash, and you're gonna be able to DCA in these lower prices. I think I answered you, fathead. Yo, Franklin, what's going on, brother? Damn, looking good in that suit, dude. Sheesh. Look at that, man. You out here looking clean, son. Sheesh. What's Gucci, baby? What's going on, man? Oh, okay. What's up, Franklin? I'm killing it here in Brazil. Oh, you're in Brazil right there? That joint gets a no. Yeah. Shoot, Franklin out here just these are Operation Booty Cheeks over there, man. In Brazil, bro. I've heard stories, man. He's just swimming in cheeks right now, man. God damn, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to this pimp player, man. Franklin St. Hex. This guy's been talking to Franklin for a very long time. My guy is like probably having the time of his life. Beautiful. Let's see. Ari, Grave Doggo, Ben David. Every single crypto convention timed in coincidence with tops and market dumps, Phantom, DB, Abu Dhabi, BTC. It's kind of, I mean, I think what ends up happening with some of these events, these major events, it's more than likely probably like a bunch of people get together and they start hearing either the good news or the bad news, and then it's sort of this whole thing where like the people paying attention, they're like, everyone's really happy. Probably should sell some just in case it takes, and then like, damn, things are really bad right now. probably should buy some, or like, damn, things are worse than I thought, and they dump. So it's just getting people together, a ton of people together, and they're talking, they're all drinking. And the thing is that happens is like all these dudes, like, they're all networking and also talking to each other in the clubs. So they're all in the fucking titty clubs, or they're in the strip clubs and the titty clubs, or in the regular clubs, talking to each other in the bottle service sections and stuff like that. And then they start hearing stuff. You hear rumors here, you hear rumors there, and then some guys piece some stuff together, and they're like, oh shit, and they start selling in the same thing. And so that's what happens. DCC life is good, yes sir. Any opinions on QNT? To tell you the truth, not really. I'd have to look. I want to like look into quant. I'd have to look a little bit more deeper. But regardless or not, because of where we are in the market, even if it is a good, even if it's wow, this thing's amazing, you can pick it up at a cheaper price. So definitely wait a little bit, okay? But DCA. Where's the CMC merch? Maybe we will have some at the Crypto Mindset meetup. Your soul is mine. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bells, and I'm trying to answer as many of your questions right now, man. Let's see. Do you think Tomb Shares is going to last for the long term? Honestly, I think it's going to last medium term. I think it'll blow up at some point, but there's profit to be made. I still have my position. I'm earning yield on it. The yield fucking spiked like crazy since I last dropped. So I just got on a Reaper, hypothecating. I'm just earning crazy yield on it. And like, but the thing is like, capital's also going down with it too as well. So it just is what it is. I just have a certain amount that I'm willing to risk, and I have it there. I think it can rebound. Harry Ye still has deep pockets, and they're still doing all kinds of kind of fuck shit. And they're actually they've semi-launched Felix, and they're going to start launching more and more stuff. So there's kind of a bullet in the chamber to have a pump sometime and make some money on it. But you know, probably wait until it crashes more, and then maybe if you want to take a shot at it, take a shot at it. Let's see, Fathead. Instead of hanging on other words, you're responsible for your own actions. Social justice bullshit doesn't fly around here. That's right, Giant. But you know, Fathead's a good dude. Fathead's a good dude. Like I know it. But Giant Leprechaun is also correct on that too. You know, you really are. You know, this is why at the end of my intro, I said at the end of the day, you are responsible. It's the red pill responsibility. Like you're the person that pushes. You're responsible. You push the green button. You push the red button. You're responsible for doing both. So you got to take responsibility for doing that. If you chose to buy that coin, then you chose to buy that coin. Jesus Christ, with this camera. But yeah. Let's see, Yasser Mohammed. Let's see, Miguel, can you suggest some good YouTube channels to follow for more information about the crypto space besides you and Charlie? Sure. I think Crypto Bureau is really good guy. He has amazing breakdown videos. Doesn't tell you too much about the price and stuff, but really has these great fundamental videos on how like things actually work. He has amazing videos. I can't recommend him enough. Another great channel for news I would recommend would be I think what is his name? My God, I'm spacing on the name here. The Modern Investor. Modern Investor is another great channel. I think he's really good at what he does. Let me think of it. After that, I mean, like there's like I guess there's a couple other. I'm just trying to think of some really good channels and stuff. Like Bob Lucas is probably decent to watch. The thing is, I don't really watch much of his videos because what I've said earlier. But Bob Lucas. Trying to think of some other channels. The thing is like a lot of the channels you guys should be watching in terms of like, at least for fundamentals, should be like very niche down YouTube channels. I show people how to research on YouTube in the courses and stuff, but which is, I think we're going on sale July 22, just to give you an FYI. July 22, that's going to be a Friday until Tuesday. 5 days to Biden, that's it. But the way I show people how to research on YouTube is basically once you kind of got like the gist of like how to like research like how this video is, then from there, or I mean what this crypto is, then from there you have to like start niching your YouTube searches into guys who are only like, hey, I am a Chainlink guy, you know, I'm a Hex guy, I'm a this guy, I'm a that guy. You niche yourself into channels that's all they fucking talk about. And then you can do more market research. And then what you can do is once you know what it does, you know what's going on, then you go off to the newest videos of that community to see like what's going on right now. So you can get sort of the pulse, no pun intended, of like what's going on. And that's pretty much what I look there. Yeah, cultivate crypto, baby. CMC is still working hard in the cut, baby. Sheesh. Beautiful. Let's see. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see. I lost my nice jacket, bro. Hey, thank you, man. Aldo Rio. Not bad. Thank you so much. Let's see. Ooh, Max, man, what's going on? Liking the suit jacket, Miguel. Thank you so much, sir. This is a good suit jacket. I'm actually gonna get tailored. I've lost so much weight that I got to get this retailored again to me and stuff like it's starting to get a little loose on me. No love on Q&T. No, I don't think it's bad or good. The thing is, I've never really heard too many bad things, or I mean, I haven't heard too much news on it to tell you the truth. But but it's the sort of thing where like talking to Cookie Monster, beautiful. But fucking amazing. But Cookie Monster, it's the sort of thing where like if you're gonna buy it, let's wait for the prices to get lower. They're going to get lower. So like I wouldn't. Why would I tell you? Like just think about it. You buy it now, and then you're gonna buy it lower, and then like you'll have less QT, whatever your quant token and stuff like. You'll be able to buy it later. DCC, fuck yeah, bro. Thanks for answering the rough. Yeah, for sure. Personally, I think I haven't seen shit the current administration screwed up. Oh, dude, they screwed up bad, dude. Like, if Trump runs in 24, bro, they out of here. They done, son. They out of here. Oh, the security guard. Yeah, dude, I have a really nice jacket. I think I worked for the. I was going on the first where like I went on Fresh and Fit and they're having technical. One of the computers literally just melted, and we couldn't do the things. Had to bring it. It took such a long time to get it back up that the girls started showing up, and then they're like, "Fuck, we got to do the after hour show." To the after hour show, right? So I went out with Fresh and stuff like that, and we were going to the clubs and stuff like that. And then we were out and about. I was wearing that jacket, and then I looked so much like I owned the place or something like that. That like I would just walk into VIP, like I was because I didn't know where I was going. I was just like I lost Fresh for a second, so I just walked this way, and I walked into the VIP section. And I was walking up all these stairs and stuff. Like where the fuck am I? And then people were like, "Oh, can we come in?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, come on in." And then I started realizing everyone thought I basically worked there, so I was like, "Oh shit, that's really cool." So I just started walking everywhere in the most fucking exclusive places and stuff like that. And I was like, literally, I grabbed an Ace of Spades bottle, Ace in my hand and stuff, walked around and shit. Like, nobody said nothing. I mean, I was like, Jesus Christ. So I put it back and shit because I don't steal. But like, fucking hilarious. Oh man. People who have met me in person and stuff like, yo, bro, I got these wide shoulders, baby. Let's see. Alan, are we still buying Ethereum? Yes, we are, but I'm DCing. I bought 2 Ethereum the other day. I bought it at $1,100. If it goes lower, this is where I start. This is where I start fucking buying a lot. I'm looking for 600 to 900, depending on the drop. $600 to $900 ETH, bro. Woo! I'm gonna buy some Ethereum, you guys. Damn. Let's see. Crypto Boogie, what's up? I want to sell some Phantom DCC and use it to buy back lower. How much do you recommend the bag I should use? What cent mark would you buy back in? Let me look at Phantom real quick. Let's see. 22 cents. If we dump back down, this thing's going to 13 cents. So, like, I mean, obviously, don't do the whole bag, but whatever you feel comfortable with. Like you can definitely sell some Phantom right now because I mean, like I do believe with doesn't matter what happens tomorrow, like the market's gonna like with increasing rates, even if we get a pump back, it'll come back down because of that increased Fed rate is going to start putting a drag on the market, which will then put pressure on the real estate and equities market, which will then put pressure on the crypto market. So we're gonna get lower BTC and the overall crypto market. So that's a good time to buy in. I mean, you can probably buy back in at 15 cents and stuff and just catch the spread in between. Let's see, Drew from Peru. Hey, what's going on, man? Cool, man. Peru. Shout out, bro. Yeah, Paulie D, baby. Shit. Paul D, bro. He really looks like he shoots a crap shooter, man. He really looks like this dude be out here, man. Operation Boots Cheeks. Yeah, Booty Cheeks. Let's see, Angry Twinkie, DCC looking fresh. Thank you so much, man. That's correct. Cultivate Crypto. Hit smash and like and subscribe. Looking at you ninja watchers. I mean, yeah, dude, I got a lot of ninja watchers, man. Just subscribe already. What the fuck? That's where you get the best action, and subscribe at this man right here, Cultivate Crypto, the other half of the crypto mindset. And we ain't gonna abandon you guys. Yo. Woo! Franklin out here fucking spilling the tea right now. Yeah, y'all, everything they say about the chicks in Brazil is true. Damn it. Yeah, dude, I've heard, son. I've heard, man. People go to Brazil and they don't want to come back. They're like, why would I ever go back? Why would I ever go back? You know, you gotta have your space. It's pretty cool, but like, sheesh, man. I'm sweating thinking about it right now, man. Like, oh my god, man. Literally, man. I'm out here sweating thinking about Brazil, man. I haven't even been to Brazil, and I'm sweating thinking about Brazil. Fucking Franklin, man. Goddamn, bro. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know why you're typing with all the chicks hanging around you, bro. Like, you wouldn't be typing, man. What are you doing on the internet? Careful, man. We might find a couple Franklins in the future from Brazil. Rusty Fuel. I may have missed it, but what was your best guess on the Hex snapshot? Also Hex is near the bottom. Should I wait for a bigger dip? I would buy. I mean, obviously not financial advice, but I would buy. Like, you're not gonna be mad. Like, later on, you're not gonna be mad. Like, oh my god, I bought Hex at 3 cents. Well, there's people who bought it at 50 cents. See what I mean? So, but buying from now all the way down, I think the all-time low might be half a penny on Hex. But regardless or not, buying, I'm kind of just DCing on a time basis right now. But if we get a dip low, boom, I buy. It goes lower, bam, I buy. Because you ain't gonna be mad later on. Because once everything kind of goes back up and stuff, you're gonna be like, Jesus Christ, I wish I bought more. So yeah. Yo, Red Pill Line, Algae. Let's see. Shoo! First time I get Miguel live. Beautiful, man. Welcome. And dude, that Red Pill line looks pretty nice. Pretty nice. Let's see. Yeah, that's correct, Drew. Yep. Damn, Drew's paying attention, man. All the way from Peru. He's the top of a mountain. Fucking crisscross applesauce. Looking over the valley. Look at these fucking bitches. And then like looking up to the sky and looking at a projector and screen and stuff like that on the rock face and stuff. Me streaming right now. Beautiful, man. DCC said Hex lowest is half a penny. Yeah, that's correct. He said the major resistance is a penny. Yeah, there's a big psychological resistance at a penny and stuff like that. So definitely. Let's see, Cookie Monster, I love you, bro. Hey, man, I love you too, man. Dude, the Cookie Monster is green too, so I'm guessing it has something to do with weed. But beautiful. Thanks for answering my question. Shoo! Beautiful. PT Scripts. What's the top 5 altcoins you're investing in, Miguel? Well, the top 5 altcoins I'm investing in currently will be, first and foremost, number 1 is Ethereum. It really is top of my list. Then Hex. Well, that's debatable. I mean, I'm aping in an equal amount, but Hex first place, Ethereum first place, but those two in whatever order you like. Let's just say Ethereum, Hex. Then from there, I'm going. If Bitcoin gets cheap enough, I'll buy some Bitcoin, and then from there, it's more of a medley of like L1s, and then some niche projects within the L1s. So I'm gonna buy quite a good amount of a lot of coins in the Phantom ecosystem, but as well as like I'm putting quite a lot of money in, because I've already got my PulseChain bags packed and stuff. I got a lot of Hex already, so when it launches, I'm ready. But that's kind of what I'm investing in. I'm mostly focusing on the big stuff right now, and then I might make so if I'd say fourth place, it'd be a medley of like L1s and a couple of the projects within the L1s. So a little sprinkle here, sprinkle there, some Solana. So, some Solana, maybe a little AVAX, a little bit of Phantom, a little of this, and then some projects in between that I think that are worth a shit. And then the last one would be taking these flyers, which would be something buying like maybe a Mana really cheap, buying a Sandbox really cheap, buying some metaverse stuff and everything like that, as well as buying a little bit of Cardano because I think it's going to survive and do okay. And like buying like shit, I might even buy Dogecoin. If Doge gets cheap enough, man, fuck it, I'll take a shot at it. Why not? And might do pretty good. Let me put Let's see. Jojo, how low do you see Gala going? Is it a good coin for this market? I think it'll survive. I think there's a lot of support for it and stuff like that. It's on Coinbase. It's Zynga games and everything like that. So they do have pockets. I don't think it's going to go to zero or nothing like that. But I would definitely be buying a little lower than this. So like between 1 and like 3 cents is basically the range I'm looking for Gala. And where I pull the trigger where you're able to get enough multi, because its all-time high is basically what like Dogecoin did. It's like 80 cents. So if you're buying, I mean, just if you're looking at like asymmetrical return sort of basis, like you might be able to scoop this up for a penny to like 3 cents, and then you can do a lot of multiples on it when the market sort of recovers back up. It might get back into the teens, and you're like, oh shit, I got some profits. You scrape off all the money you put into it, maybe a 2x, put that in your pocket, and let's just see how high this bitch can go. And that's pretty much the strategy with a lot of these coins. And let me see if I missed any. Yeah, Crypto Boogie Baby with the $2 super chat. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. How long are you in Florida for? Just DM me, bro. We'll talk. I'm not in Florida right now. I'm back at home. But next month I will be in Florida. I'll be in Miami for Fresh and Fit again next month. So we're still working on the dates on that. But I'll be back in Fresh and Fit next month. So they invited me. They want me to go there on a more frequent basis and stuff. So I should be on Fresh and Fit every like 6 to 8 weeks. So pretty cool. Yeah, I was like, yeah, man. They asked me like, Miguel, can you come back every couple weeks? I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, I'll do it. Let's do it, man. So yeah. And tips are for cutting weight. Then I'm about to be Mr. Olympia. Let's see. What about staking for ETH 2.0? So the best guesstimates are saying November. I mean, I'm sorry, they're saying August, but what a crock of shit. Basically, I am very, very confident in saying this, that like the Ethereum Foundation and the people running Ethereum and all that stuff are going to wait until after the midterms happen to see which way the wind blows, and then they're going to come out with ETH 2.0. So they're market timing. Richard is market timing on PulseChain too. So right now, my best guesstimate, I'm telling you right now, on PulseChain is we're probably launching sometime in August, basically. So once we get out, we have another this month and the next month of like turmoil, and then we probably get into smoother waters, and then that's when Richard probably launches it ahead of like ETH 2.0, and to give us some time in order to really launch out, and then he can say like we're at the bottom, we launched in the bear market, at the bottom of the bear market, pretty much. So there you go. Oh, in terms of the ETH staking for 2.0, yeah. So it'll launch somewhere in probably December to end of first quarter, and then once it launches, people who have already staked their coins into ETH 2.0 will not be able to unlock their Ethereum for another 2 to 3 months. So they have to do it. So they've done some crazy shit where like everyone else will be able to deposit and withdraw, but the guys who were the OGs who stuck around and staked their stuffs early with that. Stuck their stuff early with that, then they won't really be able to withdraw their funds until they pass another IPP proposal, which probably won't even happen, or Ethereum improvement proposal until a couple months later. And they're doing that so they just want insta dump the price, because the people who essentially put a lot of Ethereum into that, and look how bad the market is. So probably people are pretty down right now. A lot of them put in that Ethereum from anywhere from literally from probably $80 all the way to like $500, the majority of them, and then figured out they couldn't withdraw, and they were like, oh shit. So a lot of Ethereum, a lot of people who had 2-3 Ethereum are just going to dump that Ethereum when it locks. So we'll be talking a lot more in the future, but please, do not stake your Ethereum, and don't stake your Ethereum in any centralized exchange or anything like that, or entity, without reading the fine print and stuff like that. And regardless, I wouldn't do it. It's like you're fucking earning no interest. What are you earning, 5%? Like, who cares? Just keep it. Yeah. Ninja watchers are afraid to make money. That's correct. Yeah, that's right. For you guys who haven't seen, go to Charlie from Cultivate Crypto right here. Cultivate Crypto. Go on his channel. He had a fire stream this morning, man. Fire. Yeah. DCC, I'm sure you're losing a ton of weight smashing hoes left and right in Miami. The humidity makes you sweat like a mofo. You're pounding that pudding. Oh my god damn, bro. Fucking fathead. Oh my god, wait. I gotta say that with a straight face. Hold up. DCC, I'm sure you're losing a ton of weight and smashing hoes left and right in Miami. The humidity makes you sweat like a mofo. When you're pounding that pudding, sweaty sex is the best bris. Fucking fathead. God damn it, bro. More gushy for the pushy, I guess. Fucking beautiful. Well, with that, you guys, I think that's a great place to end it right there. Oh my god. Yeah, pause, Frank. Yeah, pause. The flashbacks. Hit the like, subscribe button and shit. Shout out to them. That's probably the comment of the day, bro. God damn. Oh my Lord Christ. Yeah. No, not right now, Luke. Yeah, so the flashbacks, my god, chill, dude. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Jaguar's mission with a budget of $1,000 a month for crypto, which you put half into Ethereum, save the other half of the bottom. That's correct. Yeah. That's a good one, Jaguar. Just wanted to squeeze out before it leaves and stuff. But Yeah, Miguel Money. Dude, I might start using that. Triple M, baby. Shit. Hugh Hefner, you may have created something there. I'll see what's up. But with that, hey, thank you so much for watching you guys. I'll have a stream in a couple of days. So my next stream will be on Thursday. So be on the lookout. I'll have a stream on Thursday. Tomorrow I'm doing a lot of like webinar stuff with my guys from the Crypto Mindset courses. Crypto Mindset courses will go on sale next month. We're working on the date, but more than likely will be somewhere like July 22nd. And it will be only on sale for about 5-ish days. So please be on the lookout, and peace, and see you later, man. Go to Brazil.